Here we go. Hot, hot.
Basically all my high school and college career, like being like the top guy my entire career, and then to kind of get set back, it kind of was eye-opening for me. Didn't really bring in too much revenue, ended up getting divorced. So life was a little dark for me. Was homeless for about 6 months.
If you're attached to the action, to the fake, get a wider split because that motion's flowing, you don't get caught in all that clutter.
I got you.
After the NFL, I went back home. A couple of my buddies who I played ball with actually were law enforcement officers. So, you know, like, hey, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. They're like, maybe you should be a cop. It embodies a lot of the same things that it does to be like an athlete as far as teamwork, communication, being a part of something that's much bigger than yourself.
I didn't know Sean was a police officer. And they told me after the fact, I'm like, we got a police officer on the report? Like, how did he get out of work? But he's a good man.
Police. Hey, listen up. Hey, great day at work today, fellas. Way to respond. Offense and defense, man, we looking good. Let's keep up the great work, all right? Vipers on 3, Vipers on me. 1, 2, 3. I am starved, though.
I didn't eat since this morning, bro.
Since becoming a cop, I've learned that you meet everybody on their worst day, right? Every time you go to call, somebody's at their worst moment, and it's up to you to make that day not their worst day anymore.
I'll tell you one craziest story. It's my craziest cop story. So it was like a signal 13 that came over the radio, which is like a suspicious person. So the guy just wouldn't give his ID. He gave us like 4 false names. So at that point, like red flags were up, right? Like, so we ended up putting him in handcuffs. He's like, can you at least call my wife? I want to talk to my wife. And I'm like, yeah, let's talk to your wife. So I'm sitting there letting him talk to his wife for like 5, 10 minutes. Like he's just going on. Hey, I can't do this anymore. I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, man, you're gonna be all right, buddy. Like it's gonna be okay. I'm about to do it. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, I'm strapped. So I immediately like hop out of my car, like hang up, throw my phone, hop out of the car, and I pull my firearm out. This man somehow, he had a Diamondback firearm pointed like this at the back of my seat. So I'm like, drop the gun. He was like, he was so calm about it. He was like, if I wanted to kill you, you've been dead already.
That's crazy.
He was like, the only reason I didn't kill you is because you showed me respect. Bro, like.
Yeah. It's crazy. That's crazy.
Is that a call at 6 with you?
Bro, like, that night really just taught me, like, how important it is just to be a good person, bro.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a kid.
Yeah. I ain't home. That is home.
It's a rough life out there.
It is, bro.
Yeah.
It's an understatement.
Give me a second. I try not to think about it, but the things you see on certain days can really get to you. I'm seeing kids, you know, deceased on their bed, parents screaming and crying. That's never easy. Growing up as a child, I didn't really have anyone to lean on. I was 3 years of age when I lost my mom. Growing up without a mother and without a father, you just don't feel complete because you go to school, you see kids playing with their mother and father, they have that, you don't really have that. Don't get me wrong, like my grandparents did a phenomenal job. But there's always something there that you're lacking.
That didn't come home to their
Tighten up,
kids.
bro, tighten up.
That didn't come home to their kids.
My father, I never met the guy, but I don't know if he's dead or alive. Even if he is alive, there's always that thought in the back of your mind, like, am I not good enough? And it's always been my driving factor in life. So no matter what hit me, no matter how low I got, I always felt it was my need to win, to not necessarily prove him wrong for not being a part of my life, but just to prove myself right, that I am good enough and I will be good enough no matter what anyone has to say. It just kept me on the road to keep pushing. No matter what it was, you give me dirt, I'll make diamonds.